Careful, kid. This city is swarming with vamps.
Dracula's children of the night stand no chance against the true Dark Child.
Dark Child? Is that like another personality or something? Because I know all about that.
She is another
The battle starts in 5,
but one
4,
I have learned
3,
to control
2,
and embrace.
1!
Got a lock on our targets, Tony?
Well, I'm not picking up any heat signatures, but with vampires, that doesn't mean anything.
So are all these people really... or can we still find a way to bring them back?
We're still not sure, Clint. But until we know, we fight like we're gonna save every last one.
We need to come up with a formula to reverse the vampiric effects on innocent civilians.
I've already got one in mind. The Montesi formula.
That's a far more permanent solution than I'm willing to consider.
Sorry, but if they're endangering the night, Khonshu
battle
wants
starts
them
in
gone
5,
for good.
4,
While the men of science prattle on, we shall take this fight to the streets.
You know, there happen to be men and women of science in this fight.
Then perhaps you can enlighten me as to the meaning behind his perplexing words.
Yeah, I wish my 4 doctorates in biochem
the battle
helped me
starts in
understand
5,
Reed.
4,
I'm afraid there's still no evidence-scientific solution to our vampire problem.
Well, maybe a little break from the lab will do us good, Reed.
Well, I suppose it's never a bad thing to give some other muscles a stretch.
Mr. Fantastic cracking jokes. It really is the end of the world.
That's quite the complex suit for such a young girl to operate. I'm impressed.
It's not so tough when you get used to it. You just need to speak Spider's language.
Well, we could use a voice like yours while we try to solve this Darkhold dilemma.
You've already got all the brains you need.
the battle starts in 5,
to the streets.
4,
If you need anyone else to run missions, I happen to be an ace pilot.
I believe Ben has that covered, but thank you anyway.
Ben Grimm? Oh, he ran with the Guardians for a bit, right? Did he tell you all about me?
Indeed, which is exactly why
The
I
battle
think
starts in
your
5,
skills
4,
are of better
3,
use to us elsewhere.
2,
Susan, we should depart this madness together at once.
There might not be vampires underwater yet, but there will be soon if we don't stop this.
You insult me, my dear. I would never allow this plague to infect my kingdom.
Don't kid yourself, Namor. The darker the depths,
The battle
the
starts
more
in
they'll
5,
thrive.
4,
Tyrone, I think I found a way to sever your connection with the Dark Force.
Yeah, about that, Doc. I think I'll hang on to it for now. At least until my hood's vampire-free.
Gotta say, I'm not a big fan of this whole eternal night thing.
Is there any chance you could absorb this darkness into the Dark Force dimension?
This is black magic blotting out the sun, man. It's not something I could just port away.
A shame. We're running out of options.
the battle starts in
And
5,
time.
4,
If it wasn't for you watching the kiddos, Herbie, I don't know how the FF would ever go off on missions.
I quite enjoy my time with the Richards children. At least, when Master Franklin isn't trying to reprogram me to do his homework. Query: if robots chose to rise up against their creators, whose side would you stand on, Tony Stark?
Well, that depends entirely on whether or not I created any of them.
According to Dr. Richards, the glow of the moon is nothing more than reflected sunlight. Fascinating, isn't it?
No one asked for your opinion, robot. Especially Khonshu.
Query: if the Montesi formula eliminates vampires, why are our allies reluctant to use it?
I once decimated an entire species through an act of magic. I understand their hesitation better than any.